Ah, the festive season, traditionally a time for excess. Big gatherings, enormous meals, massive arguments. I love it. In fact, I've ordered a feast for myself before we start. Hope I can finish it all before our makers arrive. Welcome to my tiny Christmas challenge. Cheers, guys. Across a wintry wonderland, a secret seasonal world is coming to life. Talented amateur crafters creating and designing on a scale that has to be seen to be believed. We're bringing 8 of the best together to make miniature Christmas magic. Our band of merrymakers will work in teams to transform a tiny wooden cabin into the ultimate Christmas ho-ho-home.
Miniaturising real life, it's just something magical about it.
They'll need big ideas.
Oh, I love that.
Big skill.
So it's very fiddly because I'm cutting out all these like candy shapes.
And big ambition.
Halfway through, I thought, what have I done? Why? Why?
But on a teeny tiny scale. They'll be judged by the man who makes the world's smallest sculptures, artist Dr Willard Wigan.
I want to see the festive season inside that house.
And interior design guru Laura Jackson.
I cannot believe you have made that. It is so delicate.
Who will triumph as they take on my tiny Christmas challenge? Welcome to the Winter Workshop, home to our mini makers for the next 2 days.
I'm so excited to be here. It's going to be wonderful to create Christmassy miniatures.
I'm a little bit nervous today because I think there's a lot of amazing competition, there's a lot of amazing makers, but I'm really excited to get going.
Wow.
Look at that.
What's this?
What could be better? Miniatures and Christmas.
Happy Christmas, makers, and welcome to my merry workshop. I have to warn you now, I love everything about Christmas. Shall we do an early ho-ho-ho for the show? Yeah, here we go. OK, ready? 1, 2, 3. Ho-ho-ho! There we go. We are absolutely ready and waiting for you to create mini masterpieces. Look at this empty cabin. We are looking for you to transform it into the ultimate winter retreat where a family can enjoy the festive fun season. The first part of your challenge is a solo one. The judges have asked you to make decorations for the cabin, but not just any tiny decorations. We want miniatures inspired by your own beloved Christmas ornaments or traditions. You know, those items that sum up the spirit of Christmas for you or your family. I've got here my little Danish Nissa, little tiny elves, and they bring good luck and ridiculously small chocolates. I mean, they're absurd. Willard, what are you hoping to see in these first tiny makes?
I want to see originality. I want to see creativity, of course. This is a very special time of the year, and I need to show what it's all about.
And Laura, how can the makers impress you?
I want to see your favourite Christmas, but really, really small. So bring us your favourite Christmas memory with a sprinkling of fun.
Sprinkling of fun indeed. The judges will pick their 2 festive favourites and those makers will go on to lead the teams in the transformation of the cabin. Now, you've got 60 minutes to create miniature magic. I love saying this. The time starts now. Perfectly proportioned tiny decorations in 1 hour. Ho, ho, how?
Oh, thank you very much.
Can't get it down my head.
To conjure up their creations, the makers have free rein in our own Christmas grotto.
What else do we need?
A trove of tiny treasures containing everything they need to show off their miniature skills.
You hold it. That's it.
Perfect.
Dom from Yorkshire is happiest working with wood.
Yeah, I think it runs in the genes, does woodwork. Yeah, my uncle's really good at woodwork, my granddad was really good at woodwork, so it stayed in family. I've just knocked it down a couple of pegs on scale side.
He will hand-carve 5mm balsa wood to create a sledge, 1/12 the size of his childhood original. Merry Christmas, Dom.
Merry Christmas, Sandi. All right.
So what are you inspired to make?
If I think of Christmas, I think of sledging.
Were you the one who lay down on the sled, or did you sit upright?
I stood up.
You stood up?
Yeah.
No, that's just madness,
Snow surfing. Yeah, I had a couple of cuts and bruises, but it's wet fun, well, wasn't it?
A lot of pieces of wood there, Sharon.
Yeah, I can't find the arms and the legs now. I can't remember which one I've done.
South Walian Sharon is turning a doll's house balustrade into body parts, and she's brought her mini-make muse along with her.
Sharon, I was going to say that's a bit too big, the thing you've made, but that's your model, is it?
It is, yeah, my inspiration, yes.
Why do you like them so much?
I don't know, my nan's always had them. She always said that they bring good luck.
Does it work?
This one does, yes.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nutcracker. I think it's really great. Anyway, you better crack on, my darling.
Try. Wait, it's still...
Still wet. That'll be all right, won't it?
No? Hopefully.
Yeah, hands are shaking. The thing I love about Christmas is everybody's Christmas is so individual. So ours is very traditional Danish, Christmas Eve, we have presents after dinner and everything, so it's fantastic. What about you, Laura? What's yours like?
Well, now I've got children, it's really magical, very fun, and I'm just getting into Santa.
Oh, yes. What about you? What's Christmas like for you, Willard?
Christmas always reminds me of carols. When I was a kid, I thought Carol was a lady. Because having autism, right, it sort of things, you take things literally. Never did see Carol.
Everybody loves Christmas, so
Yeah.
it's a good challenge.
One festive favourite in tiny toolkits is polymer clay, which stays soft at room temperature. 3 makers have chosen it to create their mini masterpieces.
I'm using polymer clay because it's a media that I use for most of my miniature making.
Nadia from Norfolk is making a Christmas stocking, something she and her husband exchange every year. Just not usually one that's only 3 centimetres big.
I'm just trying to work as quickly as possible, but also to keeping everything all nice and neat and tidy.
Once shaped, the clay needs to go in the oven to harden. Only then can it be decorated. So timing is everything.
So 15 minutes enough for you to bake that, even though they're quite thick?
Yeah, it should be.
OK.
It's just trying to work at such a fast speed.
Performing arts graduate Michael is a fellow clay devotee, and he's using his sculpting skills to bring a family favourite to life.
Michael, what are you making?
I'm making a snowman. All my family bought these giant snowmen one year from the garden centre. We had one in every house. Sadly, they've got too old now, so I'm kind of making it in clay so it can live forever.
Did you ever see any pictures of the world's largest snowman?
I didn't know.
Just a few feet shorter than the Statue of Liberty.
Just snow, nothing else.
No. So I think you need to say to your family that you're not thinking big enough.
I'm thinking too small.
You're thinking too small.
Southampton-based magistrate Beth is a self-confessed perfectionist. Her clay is baked, but her grand design is far from built.
Lots of little pieces. House? House? Yes. Ah, little gingerbread house. Yes. Do you like gingerbread?
I used to live in France, so I like to sort of embrace different traditions.
It's an interesting thing, gingerbread, because it's actually very international. It probably started in China.
Oh, really?
And the oldest recipes, about 4,500 years ago, is Greek.
Oh,
so
wow.
it brings in the whole world. Although, when the British first started making gingerbread, for reasons I can't fathom, they didn't put ginger in it. Well, it looks fabulous. I won't keep you.
Yes.
Time's ticking on.
Thank you.
Makers, you have half an hour. And I've got a candy cane that'll last about that long.
Lancashire-based Julie owns a fish and chip shop, but today she's giving a different kind of creature a bit of a battering.
Oh, Julie, you're like the actual star in the East. What are you making?
Can you not guess?
Oh, moustache.
Oh, suits you.
It's lovely reindeer.
There we go.
OK, is it going to have a red nose?
If I had some red wool, I might be able to,
I wonder
but...
if just by stabbing it, it's not going to go red. What are you doing now?
It's called needle felting. Wrapping wool around pipe cleaner, and then you stab it.
Yeah. But is it just a generic reindeer, or is it going to be Rudolph, do you think?
I'm hoping it'd be Rudolph.
Yeah.
But like I say, I need some red wool, so if you happen to...
Let me look around and see what I
Yes,
can
if you
find for
could find anything.
Getting close to crunch time, people. 15 Christmassy minutes left.
That went really fast.
Elizabeth from London is a fan of fabric when it comes to miniatures, and she's doing some ingenious festive upcycling.
Elizabeth, I can't think of anything more festive. Tell me about what you're making.
Right, so I'm making Christmas bunting. My heritage is Barbadian Ghanaian, and these are sort of Ghanaian patterns. You can make a lot of decorations from spare bits of fabric. If it's got a nice pattern on it, cut it up, make something out of it.
Yeah, repurpose.
Yeah.
Fabulous. It's looking great. Love a bit of bunting.
Thank you.
Thomas from County Wicklow has gone back to his childhood for miniature inspiration.
What is this tiny thing that you are making?
I am trying to copy a Christmas nativity that myself and my mum made 42 years ago. And I always remember my mum, we done fabric heads. And I remember her actually cutting one of her tops to use for the fabric head because it was the perfect colour.
And that, I think, is dedication to craft.
Yes.
Right there. OK, you two, I'm going to tell you a secret. You've got 5 minutes. Do you want to tell the others? Tell the others, tell the others.
5 minutes.
He said it, not my fault. 5 minutes. Not my fault, Thomas.
Oh, man.
I look like a mad professor.
I'm done. I'm leaving it.
Time's up, my lovelies. That's it.
It's tiny.
Judges Laura and Willard must decide which of these delicate decorations is top of the tree and who will be awarded the coveted team leader spots.
I was really worried that an hour won't be long enough, but yeah, I'm chuffed that I've got it done now, yeah.
I'd love to be team leader. I've got big ideas because I just love decorating for Christmas. So, fingers crossed.
In just 60 minutes, all of our makers have finished their tiny festive decorations, which had to be perfectly proportioned, nostalgic, and capture the spirit of Christmas. So whose decoration brings joy to the judges?
My lovely makers, congratulations on these, what can I say, magnificent mini masterpieces. Laura and Willard asked you to create some perfectly made miniature decorations. I think you've done it, but it's time to find out what they think.
Beth's gingerbread house is a miniature marvel in clay, standing 13 millimetres tall.
What I like about it is it's got nostalgia. And I can imagine a little gingerbread family living in there, Mr. and Mrs. Gingerbread.
Beth, I really love the amount of detail that's gone into it, and I think that pop of colour against the caramel gingerbread house is lovely. Elizabeth, I am obsessed with bunting, and I love how you've added those festive stars. Very fun.
Thank you.
Thomas's Christmas miracle is a teeny nativity in cardboard, fabric scraps and 3mm beads.
I love it, because I'm into little things, as you can see. Lots of detail, beautiful. I'd have that in my house any day.
And Julie's reindeer.
Julie, can I ask you about the size of this reindeer?
It is to scale.
Actual reindeer are enormous.
Yes.
You put that on the roof of the house, it'd be about right.
It's really well made, and it's just lots and lots of fun.
That's what I wanted, thank you.
Michael built a snowman. It's 7 centimetres tall with a 6mm carrot nose.
To me, the snowman, it looks like he's going to tell all the kids a story. He's going to say, gather round, children. And he's got that smiling face. Love him.
And Dom's sled?
It's made really well. You are fantastic at woodwork. Is it festive enough? I think I would have liked to have seen a little present on the sledge.
Nick a present from Nadia's stocking, just saying.
Oh, I think you've made this really well. Great colours. I love the gold tinsel that you've got hanging off the edge there. Well done.
Sharon's cracked the perfect tool for tiny nuts, hand-painted and with hand-cut wooden limbs.
He looks strict. He's got a strict little face. He looks like he won't give you anything if you'd misbehave.
And then he'll crack your nuts.
Love him.
Moving on. Judges, you will now each pick a favourite, and that maker will lead the team in the transformation of our little cabin into a cosy retreat. Willard, who is your pick?
To me, Michael Snowman.
Congratulations, Michael. So you're our first team leader. Who are you going to be squaring up against? It's entirely up to Laura.
It was very hard for me to choose just one, but for me, Beth, I think you've just picked everyone to the post. I absolutely love your little gingerbread world.
There we go, Beth. Congratulations to you both. We want you to turn this rather bare and ordinary space into a cheerful and inviting winter retreat. Now, there are a few items that the judges have stipulated that you must include, and they are a Christmas tree, right? I mean, something spectacular. A tree with wow factor. A fireplace, I mean, without it, how is Father Christmas going to get in? And then, of course, presents. We want a stack of presents, please, and the judges want to be able to open at least one of them in order to see the gift that is inside. And finally, my favourite, a table packed, groaning with a selection of Christmas desserts and sweet treats. Willard, what will you be looking for from our makers?
I want to see creativity, originality, and I want to see the festive season inside that house.
Absolutely. When we see that festive season, Laura, is it possible to be too festive?
I do want everyone to go all out, but be very thoughtful about your design.
Right, Michael, in your team, you will have with you Sharon, Elizabeth, and Julie, and Beth, you will have Thomas, Nadia, and Dom. Now, there's a lot to do. You have only 8 hours to complete the entire transformation. So I'd Christmas cracker on with it, if I was you. Right, come on, my lovelies.
I'm excited with the team members that I've got for this challenge. I think we've all got a real mix of skills that we can pull together to make a great room.
The idea of building something in miniature about Christmas is just amazing.
Each team has a blank diorama to transform, a three-dimensional model 12 times smaller than a normal room that will slot into the Christmas cabin. Team leader Michael is scaling snowy heights with his plan.
I'm kind of thinking like Swiss ski lodge kind
perfect.
of wooden panelling on some walls,
Yes.
red wallpaper
Oh,
on
yes.
some walls.
Oh, lovely.
Each team member must take responsibility for one of the items the judges have asked for.
Is there anything that you're particularly wanting to do out of the things that we need to make?
I wouldn't mind doing the desserts.
The desserts?
Yeah, I think you should do the food, definitely.
I wouldn't mind doing the Christmas tree.
The Christmas tree would be nice, yeah.
What do you think?
That gives team captain Michael the toy and Julie the fireplace.
Perfect.
As team leader, Michael has opted to create a traditional mountain ski chalet. They'll line the walls with stained wooden panelling and use a cosy colour palette of reds, greens and golds. Sharon will dress the table to match and ensure it's groaning with wonderful Yuletide treats, including a Christmas cake and Christmas pudding. Pride of place will be Julie's floor-to-ceiling stone fireplace, topped with an impressive mantel swag decorated with a selection of baubles. Elizabeth will create a tree laden with red bows, under which will lay a selection of presents made by Michael, including one very special gift indeed.
Team Sparkle.
Team Sparkle. Team Sparkle.
I'm happy to have you guys, and yeah, it's going to be really good.
Team leader Beth is going more 21st century seasonal.
I'd quite like it to look quite classy, really cosy, bring that vibe of the amazing Christmas that we all have had in the past into that room. What's everyone to do?
I would love to do the Christmas tree.
Right, OK, what about you, Nadia?
The food, if possible.
Yeah?
All the sweet treats.
That leaves the fireplace for Dom and the presents for Beth. Beth's vision is a modern, aspirational take on a winter wonderland, adding logs to the walls and keeping colours neutral, with snow-white furniture and curtains with accents of gold throughout. Thomas is planning a Christmas tree brimming with seasonal sparkle, which will sit next to Dom's ambitious, rustic Yorkshire brick fireplace. Nadia's desserts will add a pop of colour, including a Yule log and a gingerbread house awash with sweets that look good enough to eat. Beth's elegantly wrapped presents will sit under the tree, ready to be opened.
We've got a lot to do, not a lot of time. Let's get stuck in.
One room would usually take these makers weeks of painstaking work. We've given them just 8 hours. So, like busy elves in Lapland, they're hitting the ground running in a bid to create a cabin fit for Father Christmas himself. On Team Beth, Thomas has seen the light when it comes to his tree, and he's pouring everything into it.
I'm actually doing the lights on the Christmas tree, but I'm going to make a wax candle. So basically what I'm using is paper straws. Just slot it down over it, leave the light out, and then just pour the wax in.
Have you managed to make it work yet?
Oh yeah, no, I've got a couple done. But,
Oh, good.
yeah, no, it's just tedious and fiddly.
Yeah.
On the other team, Elizabeth is taking a more root and branch approach, tackling the tree first.
Once I've got all the branches together, I need to wrap the whole thing in green twine.
How high are you going up?
So this is going to be 5 inches,
Yeah.
leaving ½ inch for the base and a topper.
Oh, perfect.
But Christmas isn't Christmas without a roaring fire, and things are definitely heating up for Julie. She's fashioning her fireplace from something rather unexpected.
Started cutting out some egg carton shells to make it give the appearance of stonework, but it's very effective when it's done.
Across the workshop, Dom's also been raiding the kitchen cupboards. But his secret fireplace weapon is foil. He's using it to rough up a smooth piece of foam, which he'll cut into tiny textured bricks.
By the end of the day, I need the frame built and 50 to 75% of the bricks on. So yeah, rush, 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 rush.
Let's have a look at the 4 things that they've got to put into the cabin. Now, which one of those 4 things, Laura, would you focus on?
I think it's the food, you know.
All right.
But I think it's all about the detail in terms of what's going on the table, the decorations. So I think it needs to be very thoughtful and have intent.
I want to see if they can create an actual feeling of Christmas, so that when you look into the house, you can see that's the festive season, actually. Father Christmas, I've never seen him, you know. As much as
I'll
I look at
arrange
the
it.
chimney, I've
Leave
never
it with
seen
me. We
Never seen
Scandinavians, we're in touch.
On Team Beth, Nadia is handcrafting 6mm Christmas cookies using specialist coloured clay. While on Team Michael, Sharon has baked a teeny tiny Christmas cake.
I'm going to put the berries with the sauce on the top, and then when I've finished all the top, I'm going to cut the slice out. When I cut the slice, the berries will drip down a little bit to make it look a bit more realistic and yummy.
You've had 2 hours, 2 hours. I think this thing needs new batteries.
Both team leaders have opted to be Santa's little helper and make the presents. And while Beth has started on the toy for inside, Michael has been in a wrapping frenzy.
How's my chief elf, Michael?
Going OK.
Oh, OK.
I think we've got a lot to do, but hopefully we can get it done.
I can also see an enormous amount of work going on here. Is this computer paper?
It's just basically been laser cut.
Right.
With little lines in it. So once I cut it down into strips, and that's going to be wrapped around each branch.
Wow. I mean, we were talking about this Christmas, right? Not... Just saying.
Right, OK. Let me think.
The clock is ticking down, so both teams need to push on if they're to get the rooms completed.
Right, team. Leader, how's it going?
Good. I'm making the openable present.
Yes.
You might be able to work it out.
It's a very poorly cooked turkey.
Yes.
It's a teddy bear.
Exactly.
Where are we over here? What are you up to, Thomas? Making a mess.
I'm making wax candles for the tree and they light.
My word. I
Now,
love
they are
that.
still in the moulds.
Oh, I love that. That's made me very happy. See, I don't think you should have coloured lights. I think you should have white lights on a tree.
White lights.
I mean, I shouldn't say, but it's possibly my favourite thing so far. So. Keep going, people. Clock's ticking.
So we need to cut them and get them stuck on tonight.
Both teams have decided to clad the walls of their cabin with wood, a job they can't put off any longer as it has to dry overnight.
I'd like to get this wall done.
Well, the glue will set pretty quick.
Getting the cladding to fit around the fireplace before it's finished is tricky. Michael has decided to create a template to work with. But on the other side of the workshop, Team Beth are confident their cladding will measure up.
So I've measured the whole length.
Yep.
And that comes to 29 centimetres. That's 8.6, and the whole length is 29.
29. OK.
Should we write it on there?
I just thought it'd be easier doing this than gluing it to the wall.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at 29.
If there's one golden rule in miniature world, it's measure twice, cut once.
I've written down how many we need of each measurement.
Right. How many do we need at 29?
16.
Sadly for Beth, she only measured once before the cutting commenced.
I make it 29.4.
Right.
4 millimetres is a big deal in miniature world.
Sorry.
Hello.
No.
29.4.
No, that was my stupidity.
29.4.
Yeah.
Tom is now having to recut everything.
I'm not regretting the decision for the panelling. I'm just regretting my stupidity.
Eating into the little time they have before the workshop closes for the night.
Right, guys, Santa's workshop, open 24 hours a day. We don't have that luxury. I'm afraid, I can see from here, the elves are about to close the workshop door. Well, they're tyrants, frankly. Tyrants, small tyrants.
Come on,
Come on, then.
We're all quite excited and nervous to get the challenge done.
We're not going to talk about disasters. We don't want any disasters.
Was day 2 of the challenge when all through the house not a maker was resting, no time for a grouse. The cabin lay empty without Christmas cheer. 2 teams have but hours to make magic here, and all must be in miniature, but nothing rhymes with miniature. I mean, honestly, I tried, but they're working so hard. It's going to be fabulous. Wait till you see.
Round 2.
Yes, let's make Christmas.
Just a few hours remain for our busy bunch of merry elves to transform an empty log cabin into a Christmas lodge fit for the festive season, with bells on.
We're all thinking we're good for time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should be.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So should we get cracking?
Okay.
Let's get going. OK.
OK.
But after last night's measuring mishap, Beth's team are playing catch-up.
Next thing we need to do is stain these, then the white on the back wall.
Yep, then I can crack on with doing the chimney breast then.
Team Michael seem to be racing ahead, and Julie's been playing with fire. Using real ash to add authenticity to her grate.
Your fireplace is looking amazing.
Michael's finally made a start on my main present. Can't wait. But his tiny big top is currently missing the even teenier star attraction.
Does that look OK?
Oh, it's super cute. Perfect.
This toy will be a little line jumping through a hoop, which will be an automator. I'm probably being a little bit ambitious, but I'm hopeful that I can get it done in the time.
Dom has hand-cut and individually glued dozens of 10mm foam bricks to his fireplace. But he can't crack out the spray paint until the glue has dried. So while he waits, he's making a very personal decoration to take pride of place on the mantelpiece.
I'm made some picture frames. One of my earliest Christmas memories, it snowed really heavy one night. Grandad woke me up. We went outside and made a snowman. It's a memory that I really treasure. Yeah, we lost my granddad to COVID in the first lockdown. He were a big part of my life, so, and I miss him terribly. So.
But it's a really nice tribute, isn't it? Lovely tribute to have in there.
The judges are expecting a feast fit for a sugar plum fairy, which Nadia is determined to deliver.
Hi, Sandy.
Hello, my darling. What are we making here? It's like a Swiss roll or something?
It's going to be a chocolate eel log. I have the holly already made for it, put on top, decorated. So I might sprinkle some like powdered sugar on top to just, you know, create a little snowy scene. And then we have all our iced Christmas cookies and the pudding.
It's just lovely stuff, isn't it? Beautiful.
Nadia's all sweetness and joy, but right now, Sharon's not feeling the festive magic.
Well, it's going okay. In the house, I could do this much better than this. I'm not really happy with the results, but it's okay. I can make it look a bit better.
You all right, Elizabeth?
Yes, thank you.
Oh, look what you've done.
Right, we're getting there.
Oh.
I'm now putting on some tropical fruit. Why not?
Yes. What do you have on your actual tree at home?
Lots of baubles that have been collected over the years.
Well, every year we make plaited hearts, which are made out of paper, and then you hang them on the tree and put sweets in them. And it's lovely.
Over on Team Beth, Nadia's swapped pint-sized puddings for a paintbrush because the fireplace can't go in until the walls are whitewashed.
How are you getting on with the painting, Nadia?
Not bad, it's almost done actually.
Is it?
Yeah, it's just the side, but you see you're putting a whitewash over the log, so...
We might not.
Oh, okay.
We've sort of decided that we might not now.
have the time.
Because we quite like it.
Okay.
And yeah, it would mean time-wise we'd be better off.
Well, I just need to ask you, do we need a second coat? I'm just gonna shuffle it over.
Yeah, we'll need a second coat, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Hello, my beautiful people.
Hello.
I'm like a small elf who's come to see what's going on. Oh, look at that teddy bear. Can I take it down?
Yes.
So cute. Is it yours, Beth?
So that was my son's teddy bear. It's quite soft, isn't it?
So why did you want to make him in miniature?
Because my children had teddy bears. That was my son's. My daughter had one as well. I had one as a child.
It's just a nice family tradition, isn't it? What is it about miniatures? Because we both go, oh...
It's just miniaturising real life. It's just something magical about it.
It's the most zen thing in the world, because if you're making something, that's what you're thinking about.
It's so good for the mind.
Yeah.
It's very joyful.
It's very joyful, and we actually know it sort of calms the brain waves down.
Yeah, it is.
So
It's amazing.
I don't just watch telly, I'm always knitting or making
Yes.
something, because it's just...
It's lovely.
calm
yeah.
down.
But over on the other team, Julie's not feeling quite so zen.
I'm not keen on the light being flashing for the fire.
Why don't you get some white lights and put some
Paint
red paper
red.
around it? Yeah.
Everyone is starting to feel the heat under the watchful eyes of the judges.
Yeah.
I'm not sure this is working.
No?
You two be careful. Elf and safety nightmare. I mean, it had to be done. It was in the room. You've got 1 hour. 1 hour.
Oh, my God.
Not you. You get down now.
I hope that they can finish the room as well as their personal makes.
I don't know what Dom's piece is going to look like.
This fireplace.
Yeah, but it's not finished, is it? So you can't make a judgment until it's finished.
Yeah. They've all been so ambitious. There's actually quite a lot to do.
Ambition could be Michael's middle name, but he's only just started making a 9mm paper lion he plans to bring to life in his big top.
So I'm finally getting around to doing the mechanism for my little circus. So essentially, I've got a stick that turns in here, and then the lion looks like he's jumping. So how are we all feeling, guys? How are we getting on?
I thought I was doing all right. They've just come up on me.
I just broken the scissors.
What's the progress like with the room? I'm almost finished here, so I can come help now. And your fireplace is nearly finished, Julie.
It is,
Yeah,
yes.
it looks incredible.
Thank you. Just should be.
Oh, I need to make some curtains as well.
Sharon's festive food is finished, giving her time to crack on with dressing the room's alpine interior. But on the other team, Nadia's ambitious gingerbread house is definitely slow food.
So it's very fiddly because I'm cutting out all these different like candy shapes, and I wanted it to be bright colours. So hopefully this will bring some cheer.
Look at the bricks.
Oh, but it's giving it an effect.
The melt when you spray it.
But that looks quite good.
Julie is festooning her fireplace with ferns, but she and Michael can't quite agree if less really does mean more.
I do think that looks nice.
Yeah, you're happy
But a
with
little
that?
bit less.
I knew you wouldn't like that. You see, I like it
I know.
full.
Yeah. That's like 100%, like 75% then. Is that
All right,
Can you do 75?
I'll tone it down a bit, just for
Just
you.
a little bit.
It's a festive fireplace frenzy, but while Julie tones down the dressing,
Right, excuse me.
over on Team Beth, Dom's creation is only just going in.
Oh, my lovelies, I hate to do this to you, but you have half an hour. Half an hour.
Oh, no.
You got this. You can do this.
And it isn't just Dom who's cutting it fine on Beth's team.
OK, how's everybody getting on? Whereabouts are you?
I'm still not finished yet. This is so... Oh, God, it's taking long. It's terrible.
You're not finished yet?
No.
After 2 days in the workshop, mere minutes remain for the teams to get their Christmassy creations into their rooms.
I'll just tuck it in.
So are you going to be done, darling?
I hope so. I think so, yeah.
Yeah?
We just kind of need to get everything in now.
Well, what are you missing? We've got the stockings to go.
Curtains. I
Curtains.
need to make some curtains.
OK. That's so cute. Are you going to get done?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
we are.
I like the
Of course we are.
confidence. Is there all the food? Is all the food gone in?
Oh, not yet, no.
You've got 6 minutes, guys. 6 minutes.
This is probably going to be the quickest icing job that I've ever done.
I wish I'd not done these. Shall I take them off? Thought there's going to be glue marks, isn't there?
Let me see if I can find a bit of trim that will just cover that. Don't worry, them.
It'll sort itself.
It's too runny. Why did it leak?
Oh, reindeer won't fit.
Put the dog in.
Put my dog in.
Oh, that's cute.
Let's have a little dog.
Thomas.
Put a tree in.
Got a tree in, mate. Oh, that looks cool.
I think I might pull it off. It's very important to get the details right because otherwise it's just pointless starting it in the first place.
2 minutes, everybody. 2 minutes.
This is like operation.
It's
fine, just leave it in.
Yeah, just get it in.
That looks awesome. Be happy.
Nadia's centrepiece is finally pride of place.
Don't touch it because it's very wet.
I won't touch
Yeah.
it at all.
It can be significant food.
The reindeer's going for the food.
I think, even though it's not in the room, I think that counts. Yeah, I think that counts. That's hilarious.
Tweezers. Anyone got tweezers?
You got tweezers?
Thank you so much.
I borrowed some from across the way. They're very nice neighbours.
Are we happy, chappies?
Yeah.
We are?
And time up, please. Merry Christmas! Woo! Well done, everybody. Fabulous.
Oh, dear.
Oh, my God.
The last hour was nail-biting stuff.
We got it together. I don't know how, but we did.
Oh, hoorah! Your 2 rooms have transported me to the ultimate winter retreat. Now then, the judges asked you for a magnificent Christmas tree, a festive fireplace, a pile of presents, and a decadent display of desserts. I tell you what, let's have a look at Michael's room first.
Michael's chalet is warm, wintry and wonderful. Stockings hang on the impressive stone fireplace with carrot and mince pies ready and waiting for Santa. The tree is packed with bows and tropical fruits, and the pile of presents is almost as tall. The table is full of treats, from the punch complete with slices of orange to the biscuits and cakes. And it looks like someone has already been tucking in, possibly Rudolph by the looks of things.
Now, Willard, you wanted to feel like you were stepping into Christmas. What do you think of Michael's room?
I've had a close look. The atmosphere is actually there. A lot of warmth there.
I have to say, Elizabeth, when you were beginning your tree, I thought it was never going to come together.
Halfway through, I thought, what have I done? Why? Why?
Judges, is it a success?
One word I can use, beautiful.
I think there's so much to love about it, and it's definitely more is more, which is a truth for me.
Right, now then, Julie, the fireplace. I'm not sure any of us imagined it was going to work. Just seemed like a lot of pieces of paper.
A lot of eggs were eaten.
Excellent.
Hey!
Don't encourage her. It's fair enough.
I didn't think that it was going to be that big and that grand, so well done.
What about the groaning table of food? Oh, my word, Sharon, you have outdone yourself.
Listen, I'm spoilt for choice looking at that table. It's amazing.
I love the food, Sharon, but I'm here for the punch. That is great. I also quite like how you've tablescaped the table. So you've got the runner in the middle, and it just feels like someone's just walked away having made quite a bit of mess.
I think we're going to have to be quick, because I think Michael's snowman is going to melt. I say that because I want to open the present. Is it the big one?
It is the big one.
I cannot believe you have made that. It is so delicate.
You can see the little lion.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
That deserves a round of applause,
Yeah.
guys, doesn't it? That's fabulous. Brilliant. On to Beth's team. Judges, if you'd like to take a closer look.
There's no bleak midwinter here. Beth's lodge is bright and modern. Warmth radiates from the brick fireplace, complete with reindeer antlers and Dom's special photo on the mantelpiece. The very sparkly tree is groaning with candles and decorations, with a pile of perfectly wrapped presents underneath. There are exquisitely decorated desserts, and front and centre is the magnificent, colourful gingerbread house.
There's so much detail. It definitely feels like a family's Christmas morning. Somebody's actual living room made Christmassy, and I love that about this.
Is that the sort of tree you would have at home yourself?
Always. Definitely always.
It's quite loud, but I think, weirdly, it goes with the rest of the room. I'm not really sure why, but you've managed to make it work. It looks like you've thrown everything at it, and I like that you've personalised it.
Let's come to Dom's fireplace.
What I like about that fireplace, Dom, is that you can see that each individual brick's put in place by hand.
Yeah.
You know, absolutely fantastic. When it comes to craftsmanship, you're on top there.
Thank you very much.
Nadia, another table full of gorgeous things.
The food is so joyful for me in this room. It really lights my insides up. And the fact that there's just so much detail. The eyes, the smiley face, the buttons. But the gingerbread house kind of steals the room because everything is quite muted, but then we get this pop of colour with the roof of the gingerbread house. I would eat that if I could.
Beth, let's talk about the presents. I've never seen such fine work. It's amazing. Oh, look at that. So cute.
His arms and legs move as well.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. That is fabulous. That's it. Your work is done. Come on, my lovely makers. Let's leave the judges to make their decision.
Laura and Willard will choose the room that they think best fulfills their brief to create a fabulous, festive family retreat.
Makers, congratulations on creating 2 such celebratory rooms of Christmas cheer. And can I just draw your attention to the trophy, which I'm thrilled about? So it is a miniature snow globe, but inside there is an exact replica of the cabin, and it actually snows. So there's snow. Stunning. Who doesn't want that? Right, moment of truth. Laura, can you tell us how you and Willard have come to your decision?
Well, this team really put themselves in the room. They went above and beyond with the details. It was really Christmassy and a room that we could imagine spending our festive celebrations in.
You're both great. both great competitors. It was one of those moments where I wanted to shrink myself down and live in both rooms.
Too much tension. Let's do this. My elves will now reveal the winning room. It's Beth's team! You look properly shocked, Beth. How do you feel leading your team to this festive victory?
Thrilled. I'm really, really thrilled.
Commiserations, Michael. Willard, it's no secret, is it, that it was a very close run
It was very close. It was difficult for us to choose because they're both excellent, both great competitors.
Both terrific. So I've got one more duty, and that is to ask Beth, the winning team captain, to come and accept the trophy on behalf of your team. Isn't it beautiful? Wow. Magnificent group effort. Very well done. You guys also did a fabulous job. Really well done. Beautiful.
Just really pleased. No, I'm pleased for everyone in the team. We love miniatures so much. Just really nice to show people what you can do. So, it's happy tears.
My granddad was a man of few words, but I reckon he's chuffed. He'll be giving me thumbs up.
I'm really thrilled for Beth's team. I think we both had amazing rooms, but they had such an attention to detail, and yeah, it was fantastic. The thing I'd want to add to my Christmas list now is one of those tiny snow globes.